Once I met Blake, I think I knew then that he was devastatingly charming, attractive, witty, wicked, and I'm afraid I was completely and utterly in love with him in very short order.
I'll give you 3 guesses who loves you, who's loved you right from the start.
That squeaky clean image of mine was ever present, and I was well aware that I had one. It was almost a joke, and so I wasn't unhappy when Blake suggested making other movies that had a little bit more spunk to them.
Bet you don't need 3 guesses, and not even 2, to know that I'm the one, sweetheart.
He felt that I could do a lot more, particularly in comedy and things like that, than I'd been asked to do.
If it wasn't for just a cheap effect, would you consider doing a nude scene or getting raped or whatever the hell it is he wants you to do?
Nobody will see.
My public will see. My children will see.
It will be R-rated. They won't even let them in.
But they'll know. Don't you care if they know? God, Felix, they're your children, too.
Sophia Loren has children. I hear she's a wonderful mother.
About 20 years ago, way down in New Orleans, a group of fellas found a new kind of music, and they decided to call it jazz. Blake came home one day, and he was very excited. He said, "I've just seen a German movie called Victor und Victoria. It's about a woman who pretends to be a man who is pretending to be a woman."
A woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman?
Ridiculous.
It's preposterous.
My gosh, it was a hard role to do, because there were days when I absolutely had no idea, was I thinking like a man but behaving like a woman, or vice versa?
Your problem, Mr. Marchand, is that you're preoccupied with stereotypes. I think it's as simple as you're one kind of man, I'm another.
And what kind are you?
One that doesn't have to prove it to myself or anyone. Excuse me.
It was a joy to make. It was a very happy movie to make.
When you play me the jazz hot, baby, you're holding my soul together. Don't know whether it's morning or night, only know it sounded right. So come on in and play me the jazz hot, baby, 'cause I love my jazz hot. Jazz hot.
I need the time to be alone. Okay? Sam. Say something.
Piss off, George.
You are Amelia Mignonette Thermopolis Rinaldi, Princess of Genovia.
Me? A princess? Shut up!
Beg your pardon? Shut up. I remember vividly the first day I met Gary Marshall. He was so adorable and so funny, and he asked me so many questions that I hadn't expected. Things like, what would the Queen really love? And before I knew it, I was spouting in all directions and saying, well, you know, I know she'd love flowers, and I think probably the country would be famous for its lace and its beautiful pears. And so, of course, on the set, we had fake pears everywhere.
Does this popcorn taste like pears?
Genovian specialty.
Gary used everything I said and took it to heart. When walking in a crowd, one is under scrutiny all the time. So we don't slump like this.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I must pick up the Prime Minister. Excuse me.
Oh, well, thank you for being here today.
You got it.
You can say that in My Fair Lady, I was the ingenue, and here I am teaching Annie Hathaway, who is playing the ingenue, and I don't know which role I prefer. I think when you get to be my age, probably the teacher is slightly better than... I don't think I'd be believed as an ingenue these days. My name is Lady Whistledown. You do not know me, and never shall. But be forewarned, dear reader, I certainly know you. I actually love doing voiceover roles because, for starters, one doesn't have to get into makeup and hair every morning. You can just go into the recording booth and play at a voice.
Whoa.
Mom.
Well, you didn't actually think you got your fighting skills from your father, did you? The voices that I've done, though, have just astounded me because I'm always asked to do this, either this grumpy or deep bass voice.
I have guarded the trident against false kings since the beginning, and for 1,000 years. I have seen the greatest champions try and fail.
Nothing that I'm aware of in myself. So I keep wondering, why have they asked me to do this? But whatever they've asked, I've had great fun doing, that's for sure. Oh, hello, Gru.
Hi, Mom.
It's important to keep active in one's golden years. There you are, you cute you. Oh! These are my diving instructors, Vincenzo and Paolo. Ciao, boys.